I am muted. Am I less muted? You hear me now? Fingers crossed. Hello, how is everyone? Gosh, I've streamed a couple of times on Twitch, but I could not realize, I could not believe it when I looked the other day and realized that I haven't streamed on YouTube since November? Like early November? That's a long time. That's like many months if I could do maths right now. I have been so busy with work recently. Technically, I'm still busy with work today. It should slow down back end of next week, but I'd already put the stream in and I'd already moved it at least once. I thought, no, I'm gonna go forward and do it anyway, even though I've been super busy, just because it would be so nice to talk to people, because I haven't in so long. I can make the game music, not the game music, just the rest of the music quieter. Is that better, Benjamin? Stop that. I've not seen this before. I've got a YouTube control panel in OBS and it's really trying to make me start playing ads. I didn't know you could do that. I don't want to do that. One of the things I liked about this over Twitch is that it doesn't brute force ads in the middle while I'm live. Yes, how is everyone? It's been so long. I recognize some names at the Discord server. I am always forever grateful for everyone that enjoys chatting and spending time in the Discord server, and chilling, having some nice cozy chats about manga. It's been really interesting seeing the influx of mainland European people joining the server, so having a nice we're all seeing what the different manga communities are like in different countries and different languages. That's fun. You're new here? Well, welcome! I hope you enjoy the stream. There isn't a major plan for this one other than just like chatting and vibing and probably some spreadsheeting, because I love spreadsheeting. And I've done so much spreadsheeting recently to like chill and calm down. That has been like, I need to calm down and have some chill vibes. I go and do some manga spreadsheet stuff. And I've done like, so I did a spreadsheet video and I think I filmed it sometime in June, and I feel like I've already done enough new stuff to my spreadsheet to warrant potentially doing another video. I did say I was going to do a follow-up one to walk through my formulas, which I do still plan on doing, but I don't know if I might roll into look at some more of these gross formulas I've also done. I'll show you when I jump over to my spreadsheet in a moment, but yeah, I've added more gross formulas. I've got like 2 favorite formulas, and I've talked about them in the Discord server as well. There's a beautiful spreadsheet channel that I dump all my mad manga spreadsheet stuff in. I did a formula that would work out my top rated series by demographic and my top rated series by publisher. And what I really like about that is, because I've got different tabs for like different, I've got a tab for my series and a tab for my volume, so I'm pulling data from aggregating data across sheets to come up with this formula. But I also have a formula to work out my top rated series where I have unread volumes to try and encourage me to read my favorite series that I'm really enjoying, because sometimes I just get overwhelmed and I'm forgetful. I'm incredibly forgetful, so badly forgetful. So I use my spreadsheet to help remind me things, and it's like, oh yeah, I enjoyed that series and I have 2 unread volumes. I'll go read those. And that's kind of what I've been trying to read this month. So what have I read this month out of that like group? I've read Saw in the House of Monsters. I've caught up with that. I read Quality Assurance in Another World. Love that, it's beautiful. And I read How I Met Your Soulmate 3 and 4, so I'm back up to date with this one as well. And then I went on a bit of a steamship binge because I opened a sci-fi box. And then that had like, I think it was like half steamship volumes. So I've been reading steamship when I have time the last couple of days. But I have not had a huge amount of time the last couple of days, unfortunately. So it's been quite sporadic. I've read, which ones? These 3. Actually, no, I haven't finished Shindo-kun's Tight Squeeze, but I've read these 2 and I'm halfway through Shindo-kun's Tight Squeeze. So I read Before You Discard Me 4, which completes it, You Will Be My Wife 1, which is a one-shot, and then I'm partway through Tight Squeeze. Tight Squeeze is uncensored. Like, fully uncensored. Not to, like, get into trouble or anything, but like, it's not often I see the lady completely uncensored. That's very unusual in my experience, especially unless it's like Faku? I don't know where that's come from. Where have you come from? Oh, that thing. What's this thing? Oh, there you are! Oh my gosh, it's been so long. I had things like turned on for Twitch. But my desk, can I turn the camera feasibly? Can I show you my desk? Look at that. Look at that absolute mess. Oh gosh, doesn't like that. It is just disgraceful. So much manga and stuff. Oh, and there's another pile in front of that one that you can't really see as well. Now can I readjust you, get you back to where you were? Manhandle you. Actually, I think this is also the first time I've streamed on YouTube in this format. I used to have you in that corner here. Now I have you straight on. There were 2 reasons for that. There was what were my reasons? I'm so tired. I get better lighting this way. I look less creepy and weirdly shadowed because I've got the window there. So the lighting is nicer, especially when I'm doing my work calls. You can see all my mikus. When I do my customer calls, there's usually, just before I go into my calls, the customer, it's like, okay, now is this a customer that I can show my miku, or do I need to blur my background? Do I need to blur this? Or have I gotten in deep enough with them, and they know me, that it's fine? One of the customers, I think, has gone and watched my videos. Now that is scary. I hope they've enjoyed them and they're not scared of me anymore. But also, it means Ben can sneak in round the side and doesn't get caught on the camera. Though his desk is behind me, you can see it through these gaps. So, still catch some Ben. It's mostly just this corner, though, that catches Ben. Most of the rest of it is covered. Or I cover this space with my big head, so you don't really see that as much. Yeah, my desk is a bit of a mess. It wasn't a worse mess. This is me tidying it a bit. Oh, this is me tidying it a little bit before during the stream, but not very well. I've still got some biscuits. I used to not be much of a biscuit person, and then when Liddy came to visit and she left some of these, and these are some of the nicest things I've ever eaten, and I've been converted. It's still the only biscuit I tend to I think I like, but it's still a beautiful biscuit. There is literally nothing Liddy can recommend that is like bad. Liddy's recommendations slap so hard in any category, and it is both beautiful and annoying. How can she always be so correct? Miku approved clients. That's true. Though my one of my managers just refers to it as dusty tat, or dust collectors, or plastic tat landfill. but he's also like in his 60s and believes the only good book is a book about cricket. So I don't think Hatsune Miku is probably the sort of thing for him. I did try to explain it to him and he ran away from me. He was like, if you tell me this, I'm going to push something actually useful out of my head, as I just started screaming Vocaloid at him. That's how my work days. That's how my work days go. Ooh. You like the Anya shirt? Thank you. Do you know where this shirt came from? I think I'll have included it in something at some point. It came from Udon Entertainment. I got sent a what do they call it? Ambassador program box, and inside was this Anya shirt. There is 9 squares. How can I show you this? Ooh. So unflattering. I like this face, and I like this face. Oh, I like this face too. She looks so happy as well, but I like the dumb faces. I don't know if you saw, but I filmed a Viz video earlier, and I thought if I'm going to film a Viz video, let's try and put a Viz related t-shirt on, so I'm all themed and matched. That was my thought process, at least. Cakes, hello Cakes! How are you today? I'm so tired. I think almost like I'm so tired, I'm like kind of a bit excitable and excited to chat. This is so pleasant. This is so nice to see everyone. Everyone's chatting. Oh, I'll do the thing that I try to do that I've not done in ages, and I am allowed to give out free memberships. I get 10 free memberships. So let's shove out those 10 free memberships. Because I used to try and stream monthly, so I could just give them out, because I think they only last a month, and then I have to re-gift them again. Oh, is it going to make noises? Oh no, it's really loud, and I don't know how to make it not loud. I'm so sorry. It's really loud on Twitch. Is it still loud here? Hopefully it's not too loud. But I've gotten really into trying to do membership stuff. If I hadn't been so busy with work, I have like 4 or 5 videos, and I'm starting to do some members only videos, and yeah, stay on top and ahead and have lots of fun content for you. But yeah, so there are 2 tiers of memberships. There's Beanie and Beanster, and Beanie is early access, and early access / any videos that I might one day make public, but they might not as well. So there's like 10 videos that have been up for a long time, early access, that will probably never actually go public. And then I'm starting to do some members only videos for the Beanster tier, which are more like short, on the fly. I had a fancy to film this. I filmed a tote bag tier list sort of video, ranking my tote bags. I quite enjoyed doing that, and they're only like 5-6 minutes long. None of them are crazy long, but I'm trying to do like those a bit more sporadic on really random topics as and when I fancy it. If you fancy that, it all goes back to manga. I appreciate it all. There's no need to, if not at all. And I do post a lot, but I can't believe I've managed to post a video weekly for over 3 years now. Sometimes I've posted more than a video a week, especially when I've done like my collection tours, but I have posted at least a video a week since I think June 2002, oh my god, 2022, which is crazy, and I still can't quite believe it. But I do think a big part of it is down to the members and the support from the members, and me wanting to have stuff up and early for you to see and enjoy, and I do really appreciate the support massively. Thank you. You helped me stay on top and ahead of all my content. And the next videos for you will be my Birmingham shopping vlog as soon as I can get around and have the time to film a voiceover. I've edited the video and I've cut it down. I just need to go through and voice over. It is all really... I've already done the haul video, and I've uploaded the haul video, but I'm like, can I post the haul video for members before I've posted the vlog? Should I do that? That feels naughty, but it is already up as well, so as soon as I've got the vlog done, they'll both go up. Mega organisation, all down to the spreadsheet. Oh, members and the spreadsheet, both of them combined has helped me stay on top of videos and stuff. But my next goal is to try and do more different types of videos and have a whole list of different types of videos I want to do. I just need to have a bit more time, I guess. It's so hot in the UK. It is quite hot in the UK, and I am now getting a bit hot in this jacket. We've had the window open and we have an aircon unit because Ben gets really warm really easily, so we've had the aircon on for Ben, and then sometimes I put this on and off when I get too cold, because I get much colder than Ben does, but it's easier for me to put something on, put a layer on and all that jazz. But the window's closed, the aircon is off, so I am going to take this off now because I am getting a bit warm. I also, you can't see, I have a blanket on my lap. I'm gonna overheat. No, I was like, no wonder I'm going a bit rosy in the face, aren't I? Because I'm like layering myself up as if it was winter. Maybe I'm just mentally trying to tell myself it's cold to try and feel a bit more cold. As a northern in the UK, it's unusually hot. It has been unusually hot, and I feel like it's killing everyone trying to sleep as well. But trying to sleep has been horrific the last, like, I was gonna say few weeks, probably been a couple of months now. I'm finding that I'm way too hot when I'm trying to go to sleep, and then I'm way too cold when I wake up. So I'm just in a super grumpy mood all the time. I can't wait. I was going to say I can't wait for next month, but it might not cool down next month. September can sometimes be quite a hot month. I'm holding out for December or January. January often ends up being pretty cold. But it is so hot. Is it hot around the world as well? I know I've seen that it's quite hot in France as well. Okay, now quite warm. You're in a beanie and a hood again. I think you need to change. You need to change into something else, please. Ooh, freeze a hot water bottle and wrap in a towel. That's actually a good shout. The cats might like that as well. The cats don't help as well. The cats are like, excellent, I'm going to sleep on top of you. And so, Una, you're a bit warm, Una. Do I have anything else exciting? Well, I have all this manga. We could talk about some of this mound next to me. Ooh, I dropped something. We have 4 volumes here that I got from Yen Press. Really exciting. I've been kind of waiting to read these just until I've caught up with my work, really, and I wanted to read my steamship first, but then I'm going to do these 4 will be my next reads. I am a complete numpty. I did not realise Farewell Daisy was the same person as Kowloon Generic Romance, and I didn't know until like Ben told me afterwards that Futari Switch is the same person as Prison School. I keep nearly saying another word that's not Futari. I'm not gonna say because I am a good person who doesn't know naughty things, but it reminds me of another word. I assume they like means something similar in some sort of way. But it is plastic wrapped, which does excite me. It's also a loose plastic wrap. There is nothing worse than getting a plastic wrap volume that is so well plastic wrapped you can't open it. 7 Seas manhwa is too snugly plastic wrapped, and I can't open them, and it drives me up the wall because I am looking at Perfect Buddy Volume 4 next to me. I could not, for the life of me, get the plastic wrap off Perfect Buddy Volume 3. So now I'm like, do I have to just go through the same thing again with Volume 4? You're planning a trip to Manchester next month to go to the Pop Mart, so hopefully it cools down. Oh, hopefully, though it does have the... It's on the edge of Piccadilly Gardens, and I find that because it's so nice and open, you do often get a nice breeze right across. It's quite pleasant. I stopped by on the way home from the Birmingham trip. We actually walked past the Pop Mart to get back to the car, and there was like one person in line, so we're like, oh, why not stop by inside the Pop Mart, since the Birmingham one had a horrendous queue, but they didn't have anything I fancied. It was more just on principle. I did get into a Pop Mart today. Ben was a bit grumpy because Ben was a bit tired and carrying most of the manga, so I did owe him an apology. So we went and got some bubble tea. Hey tea, I think that's what it's called. Hey tea. Tiffany Himika got one in Birmingham and it looked really funky, but sometimes my stomach's just like too sensitive to try anything fancy and new while I'm traveling, so I was like, no, I'll hold off now. So I was really pleased to see that there was one in Manchester, so we could grab some and then take them back with us. There was like a mango cloud something. That was one of the most bizarre things I've ever had as a drink, but I think I would have it again, maybe. I had one in a black container. It was solid. I can't remember what was in it, but it was strawberry something. I'm not sure if I'd have that one again, but the weird cloud mango one, I might have that one. Common Sense Monster sounds so intriguing. So I think Lydia's read hers already, and I think she said something like it was weird or it was odd, which usually if Lydia's like, this is odd, it means it's really odd. Sometimes she's like downplaying it. It's like completely weird. Should I have a flip? It's also matte. I really like matte ones. Can you hear that? Me stroking it. I wonder if it's like as creepy as like, oh, what is it called? This monster wants to eat me? That wasn't actually as crazy creepy. That one was just a bit more down. Though I think of that series reminds me a lot of Summer Hikaru Died, but Hikaru Died is more creepy, whereas Monster Wants to Eat Me is a bit more sad. I think, if I can remember correctly. It's been a while since I read either, I think. Oh, okay. What is that? Is that a person? I think that is a person. Oh, what? Oh, okay. That's weird. That's weird. That's really weird. And okay. I'll read that one and try and remember and do my monthly reading vlogs. I am behind on my monthly reading vlogs just because I've been busy, and those videos I read too much and I leave it to film all in one go, and they take me like 2 to 3 hours to film, so I do put them off. I still have June to film and now July, and I'm halfway through August, so I think what I'm going to do is film the July one as soon as I can and get off my arse, and then the June one might end up being a early access members video that stays perpetually early access members because I've moved on in the schedule now. But I'll see. But I will do them. I've been pretty committed this year to filming my reading vlogs because I've gotten so much more into reading this year, and I'm doing so much reading. I'm so pleased with how much reading I'm doing, and I just want to chat about it, which was like the entire intention behind starting and doing all of this content, was to just be able to chat to people about my hobby and my reads and stuff. So it's just been really like therapeutic, just letting it all out and being chatty about it. Though I think I just keep shooting myself in the foot with making them reading so much and then chatting so much. Just yapping on. Don't stop yapping. That's why I do long form content. I just keep yapping. It's to save Ben the pain, so he's not just subjected to me yapping at him all the time. Except he reviews my videos, so he hasn't escaped it. And he's probably downstairs watching this. Or if he's not, I'll be really sad. You know, it'll be worth the battle. Was that Perfect Buddy 4? It will be worth the battle, but I feel like I did it good in that because I put off reading Volume 3 because I couldn't open it, I had less time to wait for Volume 4, and I've already got it. And I only read it like last month sometime? No, I read it in June. I read it in June, but it was end of June. It was definitely end of June. I'll have to check. I think it was end of June. So it's been like a month and a half, which is pretty good. I still have the little acrylic stand with the naughty word facing out under my monitor, and like I look at it when I'm in a tough meeting, and I'm like, that's right, damn right. Any plans when you hit 10k is so close now? I'm a slow trudging along towards 10k, and I'm quite content with that. Plans? No, not really. Something, a live stream, a party, giveaways probably. I'll figure that out. If I hit 10k this year, that would be pretty neat because I also hit 10k manga volumes, so it can be like a dual celebration in some capacity. But my YouTube anniversary is at the end of the year in December. So, and that'll be 5 years since I started making YouTube videos. 5 years! So it can be like a big encompassing party. I should probably put some thought into something then. Yeah, I'll try and think of something. As I'm on the slow approach. See, things like, I put a organization video up recently and it's done quite nicely, and I've got a lot of subscribers from that video. I don't know if there's anyone in here that has come from that video. I think I've said it before, I love watching reorganization videos, but filming them is just really hard because they take me like 2 months. Because when do you stop? When do you stop? Where do you draw the line? Which is a terrible, terrible reason. I should try and just knock it out on a weekend, but I'm just too shit to do that. Bully Ben, though I did bully Ben a lot in that reorganization video, is he carried lots of the manga upstairs to the upstairs shelves. And I'm sure a lot of you are also wondering, are you not out of room? Where are you going to go next? But you'll see what the plans are, because there are plans. There are actual plans for expansion. And that'll just be probably later in the year at this point when work is less busy and I have more time. But do not worry, things will look less crowded at some point. You're going to Glasgow on Monday. Will you be stopping by the manga stores? I know there are some in Glasgow, aren't there? I can't remember which chains. I do think there are some in Glasgow. One day I will go. I'm going to go to Edinburgh at some point. I don't know when, but I can just about push doing Edinburgh in a day trip, but moving on, extending it to go to Glasgow is probably too far. So if I want to go to Glasgow, I'd have to stay over. And I'm currently putting off visiting places with manga stores where I would have to stay over. So pretty much, down the left side of the UK, Birmingham is probably about as far as I'd go in a day. There are some other places down to the right, and there are actually quite a few places on the right, nearish Birmingham that also have manga stores, like Wolverhampton and Stoke. I said that right? But I'd like to try and go to Bristol and go to that store, but that is probably far enough that I'd need to do overnight. So I'm putting all of that off for now. You keep forgetting what this month's theme was. It is Anything Goes. Anything Goes August, to celebrate all the beautiful bingo boards that Kitsune's put together. I'm going to shout this out as well to the room, that I have not pushed or pressured or necessarily even asked Kitsune to put all of this together. This has been all on her own. I am incredibly appreciative that she has, and thankful, and I'm glad that she's enjoying it, and I'm glad to see so many other people are enjoying it. But I have not pressured her to do this, I promise everyone. She's just gotten really into it and enjoying it, and I'm so glad to see it. She's having such a fun time with it, and I think she is at work this evening. If she happens to watch this back, yeah, she's great. Thank you so much. The rocking acrylic? Yes, it is the rocking acrylic. So that. And then the full title on that side. This is the title I have. I'm covering the naughty word. Oh, it was on the other side. Did I just show it anyway? Pretend we didn't see that. Help bring the dudettes together. Thankful for your yapping. The initial person that brought us together was Geeky. She sent the first message. I am thankful to Geeky. I'm thankful to Himika. It's so nice to, like, the little community that we've got. I feel like we welcome anyone and everyone. Absolutely, do not care. Everyone is welcome. We are quite a female leading community, which is quite nice in the manga space for sure, and it's really nice to see such a European leaning collective as well. Again, not to say no Americans or no men or anything like that. Absolutely not the case at all. I hadn't realised with a name like Dudettes, I have had quite a lot of messages or people being like, I didn't realise we could join the Dudettes server because we thought it was for women only. It's like, no, sorry, that's a collective of content creators, not as a you aren't allowed. You're all okay. You're all welcome. We'd love to have you all. It's so nice having such a range, a mix, because you get like different opinions and outlooks, and seeing such a variety in hauls. Seeing such a variety in hauls in the hauls channel is beautiful. I am in quite a lot of manga servers and various manga subreddits, and there is usually a pretty big skew to one type. Not necessarily saying one specific type for all of them, but I feel like no matter the server, there is a skew to something. Doesn't matter what that something is, but I do really feel, and I hope that in the Dudette server, that you feel like open and happy for share anything and everything. We have a big variety of all sorts in there. Reorganization videos are so relaxing. They are so relaxing, and I like watching my own once they're edited and done. I love hearing the sound of a book sliding onto the shelf. It's so peaceful. It just the footage of me sliding the volumes onto the shelf, I take like second snippets out of like a 15-minute video clip, and it's just it's nice by the end. It's just getting to that point. You're going to Edinburgh this weekend for the Fringe Festival. Oh my gosh, I hope you enjoy that. I went to Edinburgh Fringe the summer before I went to university, and I had an excellent time. I went with a friend and we went to so many different comedy shows, and it was just amazing. We primarily went for comedy. The whole city was just so much fun to be in through the Fringe, and I would love to go back one day, as I now realise that is approaching 10 years ago, and my heart hurts a little bit. Oh gosh. It's so sad. How much have you spent on your collection? Too much, probably. I am starting to track that through my emails and receipts, but probably too much. you've picked up volumes you wouldn't have looked at twice otherwise, and now you love them. Is that from people talking about them in the server? If so, it's wonderful. Seeing all the different recommendations, the different types of recommendations, because everyone has different sort of things they can recommend and talk about, and everyone has different interests. Anyone wants more isekai recommendations? I do think that my reading, especially through the server, has gotten more varied. Seeing recommendations or seeing someone getting excited over a series is just one of the best things ever, because it's like hearing and seeing someone be this positive about it, and it makes me positive about it, even though I've not even read it yet or bought it or own it. But just seeing someone being so happy and joyful about it makes me want to join in and see what about it gets this person this happy. Even sometimes, even if I'm not feeling the same way about the series, sometimes it's just nice to be like, so this is what that person likes. That's just really neat. Ooh. Viva rambly people, yeah. Massive rambler right here. Watch me shovel my manga. The one day thing I would like to try and do is a manga throne. I'd have to sit on the manga, but then what sort of manga would be the seat? Because for funsies, do we make that the vacuum, or is that too gross? Oh, weird. Am I being gross? Probably. You're going up there for comedy? Well, I do hope you enjoy it. I saw so many, Mark Watson, Josh Widdicombe. Oh gosh, it's been so many years. Who else did we go see? I think we went for 4 days and we saw 3 or 4 shows a day. But there was also just so much other stuff on. There was this massive indoor inflatable trampoline thing. And then there was this thing where they harness you in on a trampoline. We ended up in a church with some national cross-stitching association or something. I hopefully remember. Oh, I met George R.R. Martin because there was a book festival at the same time, and he signed a copy of Game of Thrones. Is the title of what? One of the books. I don't remember which one. It was a great experience. Half the time, if you also anticipate just jumping into random things as you are ambling around as well, you'll have a great time. It's been 12 years since you graduated college. Oh, it's painful thinking about things like that. Oh. It's Travelling Man's birthday soon, and I was telling my parents about it. I think they turned 34, and my parents have been going to Travelling Man since the start of Travelling Man, so they got really upset when I pointed out how old they were turning. Birdseed over Kagurabachi. Birdseed and Kagurabachi it's sweet to see how excited they get over the series. It started when I see a big pile of it, taking a picture to show them. I was so surprised. You'll see when I post the video in the Forbidden Planet in Birmingham. There was so much Kagurabachi, especially Volume 4, which I think is the new one. They had a full bookshelf of just Volume 4 of Kagurabachi. Volume 4. I was like, gosh, this is crazy. And is the series that popular? Is it that big? I'm completely blind when it comes to hype for series in Japan or anything like that. I have no clue whatsoever. I'm very, very behind the times. until very recently, like a couple of days ago, I was very unknowing when it comes to like digital reading. There was only a few series that I knew of. Now I know of a few more. Yay! You wouldn't have gotten into Green Yuri. This monster wants to eat me if you didn't join the server. Even Semantic Error or Resident Champagne. You really like This Monster Wants to Eat Me, don't you? So that is wonderful. That's excellent. I don't think I would have rushed to pick up Green Yuri as quickly as I did, or got excited to see it, if it hadn't been for people on the server being so excited for it. Though I do also think a big part of why people got so excited for it was because of the scarcity, because it just was so hard to find. Because I think Yempress said they had a printing error or something, or there was distribution error or something went wrong, so it was just a lot harder to get out, which weirdly I think bigged it up a bit. Not to say that it isn't good. I really, really do like it. It's probably going to be my go-to GL recommendation, but I think that definitely did help with the hype. You're loving the 1,000 volume challenge. It makes you want to contribute. I'm so glad to hear that. That's why I love the 1,000. What I really like about the 1,000 volume challenge is a collaborative, working together. It isn't a competition. Not trying to necessarily read more than anyone else or read differently or anything like that. It is just working together towards a common goal as a group. And that's really, really nice. And community spirit. It's so nice to see everyone like bigging each other up, as seeing like all the messages from like Kitsune being like, can we hit this number by this date? And once I'm not working as much, I mean, you can see like the piles next to me. There's so much to read and jump in on that. We have another 24-hour reading session, I think, towards the end of the month. I think it's over the bank holiday weekend, I think. And last time we did a 24-hour reading session in the Discord server. If you didn't join, you don't have to join for the whole 24 hours. It's kind of just drop in and when as you're able. Say, especially with the variety of time zones that we have in the server. Say you wake up and you want to read and join in a bit before you go to work, that's fine. You want to join in again when you get home, absolutely welcome. You want to stay throughout the day and then drop off in the evening to go do something else, absolutely welcome as well. But we are going to do it again and see how we do. But also we were running like little events throughout the session to try and have a bit of fun. So we had a movie, we had a Ghibli movie watch party towards the end of the evening. We had, do we have a game? One of the ones I've done a game. Oh, the scavenger hunt. I did the scavenger hunt. Anyone here join when I did the manga scavenger hunt? Actually went a lot better, and I think people enjoyed it a lot more than I expected they would, and that was a lot of fun. So for the manga scavenger hunt, if you hadn't joined, I would like give a what's the word? I'd give a prompt, and then people needed to send a picture of a manga volume or something in their collection that would meet that prompt. So I would say like, show me a manga that has orange on the cover, and people would send pictures of manga volumes with orange on the cover, and then we'd give out some points, the fastest and people who joined in, that kind of jazz. That was really fun. Everyone seemed to really enjoy it. But I would look, so that spiraled off the back of we did a scavenger hunt at work on Teams, and it was run by my mother. And my mother would be like, show me an ironing board, and everyone on camera would like flee to go and find an ironing board, and everyone would run back, and the first one to show it on camera to my mother in the call would get points and that kind of thing. And I would love to do that, but I do think people would be less interested or less comfortable with having like cameras on to show the manga volumes, so maybe another day or work towards it. But that would be That would be ideally, I think that would be loads of fun. And also just doing a scavenger hunt like that, where I'm like, I don't know, show me a plant, and everyone runs off to go grab a plant to show me. That would be fun. Just ordered 200 volumes of various light novels. Oh my goodness, you're hooked. That sounds like Liddy Moon. Liddy Moon has fallen down a bit of a light novel hole. She's gotten quite obsessed. I think Kix was joking that she's going to have to start packing a manga away to fair light novels. I can't believe how many she's picked up in such a short period of time, but she is loving it. She's really loving it. And also, it is usually quite easy to pick up light novels cheap, which does remind me, actually, and I completely forgot to open them earlier, I do have some Water Books parcels I need to open as well. And I do think there is a chance they're going to be light novels. Well, let's open them for Ben together. Ooh. It is light novels. Just being really careful to not show my address. There we go. The Magic in This Other World is Too Far Behind, Volume 2, and How Not to Summon a Demon Lord 9. It's piddly thin. These were only like a couple of pounds each on World of Books. They're so cheap. Like, light novels go so cheap on World of Books. 24th this month, thanks to our beloved Kitsune. Kitsune doing Kami-sama's work. Kitsune is just beautiful. Scavenger hunt was fun. Yay! Oh my gosh, the blurry Kagurabachi, like those, that killed me. I like properly broke. It was just, I like to imagine that when he took the picture of the Kagurabachi, he like dived across the room and it was like a motion action shot where he took the picture of the books, and I just completely lost it, completely died. I could not. I think we didn't go much longer because I was just dead. It'd be easier than faffing your camera. Is that having like video on instead? Yeah, I think there were people who had like camera problems, or the photos weren't submitting right or quickly, or there was loading problems. So maybe it's like you don't have to have your face on. Maybe that could be like a compromise if people are comfortable with that. But I do think that would be fun. But I completely got distracted, and you've all distracted me into doing a manga unboxing. But what I was trying to say is we have another 24-hour reading session towards the end of the month over the bank holiday weekend if you're in the UK, and we're going to try and do something similar then as well, with a watch party and some little events. We also had like check-in points where we'd like come off mute and just chat about some of the reads we'd done that morning as well. So yeah, if you are in the Dudette server, join that. If you're not, join the server and then join in the event is what I was trying to get at. But it's a lot of fun, and you don't feel like it's a 24-hour reading session, but you don't have to be there for 24 hours. Just dip in and out as you're able. We put on some lo-fi beats. You don't have to have your camera on. You don't have to have your mic on. There is a voice chat within the voice channel. There is a text chat within the voice channel. Text chat within the voice channel. I got there. And people chat in there and send pictures of their reads, which has got the lo-fi beats on in the channel, and it's just really cozy vibes. And everyone's like, I'm so comfy, I'm just gonna fall asleep, and then we all nap. But yeah, do not have to join for the whole 24 hours. It has been like a question before. Dip in and out, dip in for 20 minutes if you fancy, if that's you want to join, but you can't for too long. That's still absolutely fine. And before I get distracted again, I'll open the second one. I love World of Books. It is a shame they don't use bubble wrap, but if that's I assume, is that part of how we get the free shipping, I'm guessing? We've got... I bought you no new series, Ben. You can't be mad at me. These are all additional volumes. Rising of Shield Hero 21. And they're chunky. I love these light novels because they're like regular manga size. What have I got? Look. Actually, they're a bit shorter. They're probably like Viz size. Do I have a Viz? Viz size? 7Cs. Of course I do. I have too much manga. It's like a 7Cs manga volume. It's like the same size. It's probably going to be the same size as the One Piece books manga, to be fair. Probably. This is a weird light novel series to try and find. Is it this one, or am I mixing up Mushoku Tensei? I think this one's been on hiatus, which has nothing to do with hard to find. Then we got How the Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. Volume 18. Oh my god, Ben. I think you have like 1, 7, and 10, and now you have 18. It's still not a new series. That's all you said. And then, also amusingly, In Another World, My Smartphone 26. How thin that one is as well. J Novel Club. But I think, as well as, I think all of them were less than £5. I think all of them were less than £5 each. And then World of Books, they use like, so that they have some codes that still work, like Thanks 10 still works, and I think they've got the ongoing get 3, get 1, buy 4, get 1 free, but whatever the threshold is for that deal keeps changing, and I'm not really sure what it is at the moment. It keeps going up and down. That's some light novels for you, Ben. I actually bought some more World of Books volumes. When I've been doing long hours, I just occasionally will buy a couple of secondhand volumes just to like, this will make me feel a little better while I keep working. So I keep getting like little bits coming. And then one of the times I ordered light novels for Ben just because I'm so lovely. If we don't distract you, who will? I'll be honest, I think I'm pretty good at just distracting myself. I am very much a, ooh, shiny kind of person. Yes, join the server, very fun. It is very fun. And Kitsune, again, in her absolute adorable amazingness, is running so many watch parties currently. I was so glad she got her account back. I was like, why has Kitsune messaged me on Instagram? Oh no. Oh no. The Discord stuff was such a... I'm so sorry, especially to those who aren't in the UK, that I subjected to a safe for work server for a while we figured out what's happening and what we were going to do. But it looks like it's happening like all over the place. I heard Spotify was starting to introduce it, that YouTube might start introducing the same checking, and Wikipedia maybe. Wikipedia was a bit different, I think, actually. I'll hopefully be joining, but more reading as I'm awake. Not good at staying awake at night. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to try and go for, just because I'm old and I don't do good at doing all-nighters anymore. And I'll have work. Actually, no, we're doing it on the Sunday and it's bank holiday, so we will have the Monday to recover. Then we'll just see how we do. Because we have so many time zones, I think last time Kitsune did attempt but didn't manage, but there were enough people in other time zones to carry the carry us through. So I do think we had someone reading in the channel for 24 hours, even if it was maybe different people. You don't have plans for bank holiday yet, so this would be cute to do. I'm quite excited because this should be my first free weekend and on top of my work in months. So I am looking forward to having the bank holiday weekend to do absolute F all. I'm gonna sit quietly and not move. I don't know, maybe order a pizza or something, watch a movie, and then just read my heart out. Maybe, like, I should probably do some, like, housework. Probably should do some housework. I'll do that. And maybe video stuff. I should always be doing video stuff. But I suppose, actually, if I get on top of all the videos I have planned, I actually should be pretty good to go. I could use some of that time to try and get ahead on doing some of the different types of videos that take me a bit longer because I'm less familiar with making them. I want to film a how I make videos video, not because I necessarily think I'm like a expert or anything. I just want to chat about some of the choices and why I make certain decisions when I film particular types of videos. Like, why do I choose to voice over my shopping vlogs? Why do I do particular things with my unboxings? That kind of jazz. And like what equipment I use to do everything. That's what I'd quite like to do a video of. You got hooked on Shield Hero last night. I hear the light novels are pretty good. So I've only read the manga and I've watched some of the anime, but I hear the light novels are pretty good. It's probably one of the first series where I'd read the manga and Ben read the light novel, so we could like compare how the story went in different places. That was quite interesting. Once you fill the gaps, that'll be a good binge. I love filling gaps. It is just so... Oh, it is such a good feeling when you find that volume that you need to fill a gap. Oh, especially if it's been a little harder to find. I want the Apothecary Diaries light novels, they're so pricey. I didn't realise how pricey they were. I don't feel like they were too bad on Sci-Fi, unless I was just blind and threw them in my basket and not paying attention. But I think I looked at the price in Birmingham and I was like, oh. There was some form of psychic damage reading that. Yeah, reading the thoughts of characters in light novels is definitely one of like the fun bits of reading light novels. Reading the first Beans light novel and hearing how much of a simp Kondo was for Resh was like, oh, there is a side to this man I did not realize, and I like it. Yeah, night owl, I could probably do like the 24-hour sesh. So I would say if I didn't have stupid work, I would 100% be a night owl. Like, I would quite comfortably go to bed 3-4 a.m. and then wake up at noon. But my meetings start at midday. It starts at 9, and sometimes customers want early morning meetings, which is rude of them. But I would very much be a night owl quite happily if I was just left to my own devices. So I take December off. That's where I save most of my holiday for December to enjoy the Christmas season, markets and all that. And usually by the end of the month, I am almost doing that. I'm going to bed at like 3 a.m. and then there's a very frantic trying to adjust my sleeping schedule when it comes to January. So I'm like, oh dear. And then there's Ben, who will go to bed at like 9-10 o'clock and wake up at 5-6 a.m. because he's crazy. Complete opposite night and sleeping schedules. It almost kind of works. It means that we both end up with some quiet time to ourselves. Me in the night and him in the morning, where he doesn't have to listen to me yap about manga for a short while. Liddy, hello Liddy. I was besmirching your good name earlier in how far down the light novel pit you have fallen. Anyone know when the next Raeliana volume's coming out? Yen Press posted about it, and I retweeted it because I too was quite surprised because it had been a long time since volume 8. I can't remember what the date was, but I do think they were like, here's a cover reveal, pre-order, or something like that. And it's the last one as well. I've held off reading volume 7, 8, or at least volume 8 until volume 9 came out, so I could do them all together. But they took their time. Have you finished collecting Yotsuba? Why? Why do you want to know if I finished collecting Yotsuba? Are you trying to enable me? You say hello, how are you? And then just like, I have manga for you to buy. Is that what's happening here? Liddy coming here to enable you to buy Yotsuba? She is! She is enabling me to buy Yotsuba. I am afraid I have to disappoint or make you happy. I'm not really sure, but I am up to date, I think. How many volumes are out? I have 1 to 15. Unless there is a sneaky 16 that I'm not aware of. I am actually up to date. I think a lot of that was from the WoB Golden Days / Forbidden Planet Manchester. I'd really always fancied picking up the series and I kept putting it off, and then one time went into the Forbidden Planet in Manchester and they had like 10 volumes of the series, not in a clear run, but I was like, I don't care, I've never seen this many together in a store ever. So I picked up all 10. Obviously I picked up another couple of volumes to make a 3 for 2. I'm not a complete like heathen. But I picked up most of them then. It's what you do. It is what you do. You spend my money. All your meetings are 3 to 4 p.m. because everyone is PT time zone. Oh, I'm so jealous. I am so unbelievably jealous. We work a lot in public sector, and public sector seems to like early morning meetings. I don't know why, but they do. I need sun to function. I feel like I must be the complete opposite to you. I do usually have my curtains closed, and I'm starting to try and do like to take better care of my skin. The last couple of years, it's just not something I've really thought of, and I've had like problems with breakouts. So I've like been trying to like do more research and learning more about like that you should be wearing sunscreen every day was just like a complete. Did not realize, started doing that, but I don't wear it when I'm just like at home and I don't leave. And I remember someone saying to me, you should wear it every day when you leave the house, and I'm like, I leave the house like once a month and then I have the curtains closed. I'm such a what's the word, person stuck in the house that doesn't leave. But in a more concise word. You're watching the live stream while reading Apothecary Diaries. Oh, excellent! You're rereading it. Oh, that bodes well then, if you're enjoying it. Oh my gosh, going to school, like, oh no, you're right. I understand. Is it true that school start times in the US are like really early? Because for me, my school started at 8:20, which is a really weird specific time, but it started at 8:20 and it was about an hour and a bit away by bus. So I was getting up at like 6:45, and that was like crazy early for me. I wake up, my meetings start at like 9 a.m. and I wake up at 1 minute to 9. It's fine because they see here up, so I just need to make sure that I'm not wearing a pajama top, or if I am, it's a what's the word? It is a pajama top that can pass as just a jumper or something. Yeah, I was very happy to not have to do those early mornings anymore when I went to uni. And they were, ow, I bit my tongue. They were quite kind to computer science students. I don't know if, I mean, students as a whole aren't big on early mornings, but the computer science students seemed quite worse for it. And they would almost purposely try to schedule lectures to not be at 9 a.m. Even the lecturers were mad about it when they had a 9 a.m. one. So sometimes they got cancelled. You wear sunscreen even in the winter. See, that was like the big thing I didn't know. Like, wearing it in the winter is as, if not sometimes more important than wearing it during the summer. It isn't about it being bright or getting sunburnt. It's protect your face anyway. When I leave the house, I put it on. If I'm not leaving the house, I don't, because I forget. It's like I have it like part of my I'm leaving the house routine. But if I'm staying at home, I keep the curtains closed, so I don't. Beauty of, I'm not sure how to pronounce it actually, is the one that I have. I have that one and a blue one. And I like cycle through. I think the Beauty of one I have like in my travel bag. So I travel with that one. I even bought some for my sister to use. I don't know if she uses it. I hope she uses it. You're on the bus at 6 a.m. to get to school. Oh my gosh. You have my condolences. Ow. School opens at 7 a.m. because she wants to socialise. Oh gosh. Oh goodness me. Good on her, I suppose. That sounds scary. Do I have any other manga to show? I have... Ooh. I went to like a comic shop that had a sale shelf. They had a sale shelf of manga. Now specifically, they did have other manga on the shelves, and I bought one. And as I bought the volume and turned around, Ben gave me a look and he was like, "There's a sale shelf back here," and I'm like, "Excellent." But it was right next, like just behind the counter. Like if I would pay in this direction, the sale shelf would be like here. So the guy was like, I paid, and then just turned around and started browsing again. He seemed a bit bemused. So I picked up, so this was just one they had, this wasn't on the sale. Descending Stories 3, and it's the last volume I need of the series to complete it. It's complete at 10. This one's also matte. And then I also picked up, now this one's not for me, it's for someone that's been hunting for it and I need to remember to put it in the post. Gunster, volume 4. I need to put this in the post. £5. I think all the sale volumes were £5. I think. Then I picked up My Little Monster. 5 and 6. I hear mixed things on this series, so this is a sale section series for me. I have like 3 volumes of this currently. I think that's all I have right now. Is Gangster that good? I know nothing about it. Also, I stupidly brought the blanket onto my legs like so without thinking, and now I'm really warm again. And then the next 3 volumes they had got me quite excited because I completed the series with these, and they're a bit more tricky to find. Got Black Rose Alice 4, 5, and 6, and I think this is a older show to read series. And they had a clear run of the last few volumes. They didn't have the... Oh no, they might have had a volume 3. But they didn't have 1 and 2, which I do see about a bunch. And they had... I think they had another couple of volumes of Volume 5. I think it's completed 6. Not sure. Doesn't say. Does it say final? I like when they say final. My favourite thing about manga is when they put final on the last copies, so it's really obvious. Ooh, cakes! Can I get through my piles of stuff? The library copy came. It had a sticker on here, but it's not too bad. Is it a little dirty? But I can't remember if it's a series that is just got a little dirty on the spine. Still a little sticky where the sticker was. But there wasn't even like any inside bump that libraries sometimes have. Like stamps or anything, or the card to say who's checked them out. You've enabled me into a full set already. Are you proud? Sales say no more. Exactly. They also had some random volumes of Flame of Becca? Is that a series? I think it was a shoujo beat. I've not really heard of it too much. I was quite surprised. Like, I didn't realise how long it was, because one of the volumes they had was volume 32. They had like 3 32s. I don't remember exactly which ones. But they had like 5 volumes from the series total, and it was just the most random splattering, but one of them was volume 32. It's just, that's so long. What else did I have? It's the rest of my Steamship, which will be in a upcoming Sci-Fi haul unboxing, which is up for members now. Early access. But yeah, I got a load of Steamship in these. And I was quite pleased to see that like most of them are plastic wrapped. I've been quite disappointed that so many have been not plastic wrapped. This is the only one that wasn't plastic wrapped. And it is another Webtoons one. So it's their second, I think, Steamship webtoon, but it's not plastic wrapped. I'm not going to flip through it for you to see, just in case, because there are some things that they seem quite happy to still like put in a volume that's not plastic wrapped. Oops. I'm excited to read Guilty Smile, because I think that completes that series. I'm really enjoying, I already showed it, but I'll show it again, of the ones I've read. I'm really enjoying this one. I would recommend this one. I am a very, very picky Steamship reader, but I would recommend this one. Completely uncensored. Everyone is uncensored. Even her, fully. And then this one. I would not recommend this one. I would not recommend this one. I've seen that there was someone on Instagram who didn't like it, Charlie, and she then passed it off to Dragon Ball Z, who didn't like it, and has passed it off to someone else. So I think they're gonna do like a library card and then see how long it can like loop around. This is terrible, and it is a terrible relationship. It is like, he is so possessive and treats her like a child. It's awful. But I did almost like kind of like that I was finally reading something that wasn't just, it was reading something with a terrible relationship in it. If that makes sense at all. But I still wouldn't recommend it. Please don't buy this. And then I'll read the rest and I'll let you know about the rest. What else do I got to chat about? I was going to do spreadsheet stuff. I've realised over an hour, and I've just yapped for an hour. I've not shown you or talked spreadsheet. Oh dear, is my spreadsheet okay? Is it sad? You have 1 to 3 of Black Rose Alice. I have 1 to 3, but thank you. I picked them up a while back, not realising how hard it was to find. I think I got one pretty cheap, and then yeah, it was like, oh, I'm too involved. Not exactly a full set. One Piece stopped printing at 8 because there wasn't much series. Oh, that this one. Yeah, I looked Japanese series because it's like in 18 or 19 or something. It's quite far along, isn't it? Which is a shame to not be able to get a conclusion, especially if they stopped at 8. That is sad. And then yeah, I've got a bunch of new releases as well, including like Semantic Error Volume 3, Perfect Buddy 4. I'm so excited to have a day to be able to sit down and do so much reading. One steamy video coming up. I do think I put steamy in the title as well. I think I called it a steamy haul. Tight Squeeze has been added to your buy list. Good. To be fair, I don't know why I feel a bit more comfortable recommending Steamship over Faku. Like I don't like recommending Faku because it is just explicit, very explicit content. Maybe it's because there is like some vague form of a story with Steamships. It feels less weird. With Faku, it feels more like I'm asking like to be able to recommend Faku. It's like, okay, well, what sort of things are you into to recommend? And that's just a bit gross. I have to like really know you. Yeah. You've got it and you need to see how bad it is. I feel as well, every person I've heard talk about it has not liked it for different reasons as well. Which is also, how do you make I hadn't realised as well, on the back of the volume, I don't know if this is a slight spoiler for it, but it is a one-shot. Apparently it's a spin-off to another series, and I don't think we've got that series in print, which feels random to me, to get the spin-off of a series before the main series. Unless I've just missed it and I'm an idiot, which is quite possible. How many Villainess Steamship series are there, and how many do you own? So I stay up to date with Steamship. There is one Steamship I do quite actively hate. There is something in it that I didn't like. But Steamship has been one I've stayed. Steamship and Eyes Press, I've been like pretty much trying to stay collecting 100% of them. Especially because I started from the beginning. And slight spoiler for the upcoming organisation video, I do have the Eyes Press shelves, and I have started putting together some Steamship shelves. But I've also pretty much stayed up to date with reading my Steamship. When we eventually go to my spreadsheet and take a gander, you're gonna see I started tracking like the read percentage of imprints and demographics and stuff. And my Steamship, I've maintained that. I'm dedicated. I like my smut with a bit of relationship sprinkled in. Don't understand why My Girlfriend's Not Here was not plastic wrapped, because they're naughty. Some of them, aren't they? Some of them? Also, I feel like sometimes female relationships are treated differently to male-female or male-male relationships. That's probably a bigger discussion to have in like what's naughty and considered naughty or not. But maybe that's just me. But that's what I tend to find. Like, I don't find... No, some of them I bought secondhand, so this could be me being miscorrect. I'm not sure if Pulse was plastic wrapped, but some of mine were pre-owned, so that could have been why. I need you to read Samantha Volume 3 as soon as... It's plastic wrapped. I'm gonna read my Steamship. I'm gonna read the Yen Press volumes, and then I'll read Samantha and Perfect Buddy. That is my current reading order. I've done pretty good with Steamship. I'm gonna finish Tight Squeeze after this, and then try and read at least another one before I go to bed. And then I'll just try and work my way through. There is a slight chance I might end up in some manga stores on Saturday. It's undetermined yet, which might put a scupper in that, but I'll try and be good, I promise you. But I also need to read Loverboy because it is on the Dudette recommendation bingo board. So that one I also need to read soon, because that was my goal for this month, was the Dudette recommendation bingo board and the traveling moving bingo board, and I have successfully failed at both. Actually, no, I read Red River. Wait, no, I read that last month. Yeah, I failed. I'll try and do better when I'm less busy. But I have like multiple days of workshops next week, and also it is my yearly review at work on next Friday. So I need to prepare to tell them how amazing I am next Friday, and then after that I will lie down and die. It's fine. I'm almost looking forward to it in a strange way. You just watched my unboxing, thinking of buying one at Walmart. Anything in particular you're thinking of? I find it really neat that you can buy manga in Walmart over there. I don't think we're quite there yet to see manga in like a Tesco's. That would be quite neat. Unless they do. I shop mostly in Lidl. It would be really random to see manga in Lidl. I feel it'd be the most random manga if they started like stocking it in Lidl. Like kind of like when HMV started stocking manga, and it was like the weirdest 7 Seas series ever. I feel like that's what you would get in Lidl. It would be like some random Tokyo Pop you never heard of at all. The Elite Officer Steamship. This can sound real weird, but the Smart and the Elite Officer Steamship was pretty good. I was like, oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. What makes you decide to take a chunk of manga out of the alphabetical? Well, I mean, it took me like a good many years to want to pull out the ice press and chunk it together. I think just because I've enjoyed the ice press so much, and I kind of liked the idea of something I really like with manga is the uniformity. I think we've talked about it in the server, so I don't think I'm alone, but I really like the uniformity of manga volumes and the sizes, and seeing the same size volumes together. It itches in such a wonderfully good way, and because I've enjoyed Ice Press so much, and I spend so much time here working or videos or doing stuff with Discord or planning content stuff. I spend so much time here. I was like, I'd like to be able to have stuff that I really like right next to me that I can look at. And that's how I ended up with the half width with like some of my favourite stuff. That's why I've got the Villain Shrine, I've got the Bean Shrine, I've got Villainess series down here, I've got some manhwa on here as well, like Who Made Me a Princess and Raeliana. They're all W's as well, so W's kind of fall around there anyway. It was quite coincidental. What else? Like Saviour's Book Cafe as well, I've got down here, some of my favourites. And then I was just like, I'd like to see the ice press, I'd like to see it together, I'd like to see it all uniform, I bet that'd look really nice. And it did. and I loved it so much I started contemplating doing it with the steamship as well, and I have started to put that together, and that will be in the next reorganization video. It looks so nice seeing like a collective thing together. Like I've seen like the Shoujo Beat collections as well. They look beautiful. Seeing all of them together. If I had like patience and time, there is a slight temptation to reorganize my collection by publisher and by height. So like have all the tall Kodansha's together. Keep internally in that they would be alphabetical, but all the big Kodansha's together, all the small yen press together. But I think I'm also too scared to start allowing myself to do that, because what if I change my mind again and I want to change it in some other way? That would be scary. I've probably long missed you, but good night, Shirley. Thank you for joining. H&B does have such random stuff anymore. It used to be like the place to go. I just don't go anymore. I used to go all the time back in youth. Back when I was a wee babby. Not when I was a wee babby, when I was in my teens. Early teens, I guess. Back in the day. It's not the same. You just finished reading Beans. Oh, excellent. Did you enjoy it? Oh, sorry, I'm so excited I punched the mic. Did you enjoy it? Oh, I'm so excited. Apparently the next volume of Beans is coming out soon-ish, in the next few months in Japan, and it's going to come with more bonuses, which means I'm going to have to pre-order it through Neokyo and get them. Oh! Last year it was an acrylic stand and a blanket, and I still have the blanket over my reading chair in the bedroom. Though Yuna likes to sleep on that chair now, so quite often I'll look over and she's there snoring with the Beanie Boys on either side of her head. So cute! You tried sorting them by size, but you had to do it. It didn't do it for you. So my absolute maddest love or idea of sorting my manga would be to sort it by colour. How awful would that be? It would look beautiful. It would be the most impractical, unusable thing ever. But it would look stunning. The next contemplation is having a bookshelf where I just put rainbow series on it. So I don't try and organize them in a rainbow. I put series which have rainbow spines, and good rainbow spines. None of this, it starts off great and then we turn to beige halfway through. No. Like good rainbow spines throughout. Do I have any right here? Like Waiting for Spring, Vampire Dormitory, One Dance, Urusei Yatsura, those sort of series. Put all of those on one bookcase. That's a slight temptation. I bet that would look... I've had to sort by size just to get the maximum space on your billies. That's what I started doing. I used to put the tall volume sideways, but I didn't like how they looked. So I sacrificed doing pure alphabetical to make it look a little nicer. So yeah, I have shelves where I can't fit tall volumes, and they just move around. It's like, in spirit, my shelves are alphabetical. If you squint, it's close enough. Husband is making custom shelves for you? That is amazing, Benjamin. Are you still doing rainbow volumes on your rainbow shelf? Unintentionally. I unintentionally have rainbow volumes on my rainbow shelves. It's got like Skip and Loafer and Sketchy, and there was another one. I am going to move, so like the bottom 2.5 shelves are taken up by Skip Beat. I'm going to move Skip Beat somewhere so I can put rainbow stuff on it. But yes, that too. The initial step is to put rainbow volumes on the rainbow shelves and put Skip Beat somewhere else. Because it's been naughty by having boring Shoujo Beat spines. Poor Skip Beat. So I think before I get too tired and have to do other things, we're going to do some quick spreadsheeting before I get distracted again and talk for another hour and a half. We're going to do some quick spreadsheeting and I'll show you some of the new bits I've added if I can get my screen set up. This might take a moment of some faffing with settings because we had to do some faffing with settings to get this working. Oh dear, what did I do? OBS, what are you doing? Go there, go there. Oh, nothing's docking. Please, dock somewhere. Don't dock there. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Finally. Screen share. Ooh. Actually, no. I'm gonna hide you for this because I'll end up just covering bits of the spreadsheet and not realize. When I filmed my spreadsheet video, I kept realizing I was covering things accidentally because I wasn't looking at what I was recording like an absolute melon. I was just looking at the screen, which is so unhelpful. Hopefully you can still hear me and see me. And there's some vibey music. Also, hopefully you can see my spreadsheet. It's grown. It's engulfed. I have started faffing with these these formulas which show me my top rated series by demographic and by publisher. Oh, it's so beautiful, all these like nice stats. Oh, aren't they pretty? Like seeing Yum Press have beans here at the top. BL, we also have beans here at the top, as it should be. And I've got manhwa. This is to represent series that don't have a demographic, but I've only really started tracking that recently, so I think there is only 3 series that I currently have that don't have demographics that I've read volumes from, because it's a recent ad. And I'll be changing it to have a separate column for manga versus manhwa instead of tracking it under the demographic column. I've just not gotten there yet, but I will do. But yeah, this is a formula, and all it does is it's looking at this cell here. What is the content of this cell? And then it goes and filters my spreadsheet by that demographic, and then will sort by rating and put the oh goodness sake, and will sort by rating with the highest rated series at the top. But I have another formula here that is kind of working. I need to faff with it a little here. And this is the one I was mentioning earlier about sorting. It's showing me my top rated series where I have unread volumes. To like, this is almost giving me like a hit list, a wish list of series to read first. So this has been like what I've been aiming for with reading this month where possible. Is anything on this list means I've got unread volumes in the series, but I really enjoy it, so I'm going to try and read them up. And then once I read up a series so it doesn't appear because I don't have unread volumes on it anymore, it's fine because all it's doing is showing me the top. How many is it showing me again? It's showing me the top 20, so as soon as one falls off, it'll just add another one to the bottom. So it'll just keep going, even when I've read it. Because Saw in the House of Monsters was on here, Quality Assurance was on here, and How I Met Your Soulmate was on here. But now I've caught up on reading the volumes I have for those series. They've dropped off and more stuff's appearing at the bottom. And I can like, I need to click on the right cell. I can change it if I want to show more than just 20. I'm going to show 30. And it's not like that because I have got a table down here. So I'm going to change it to 25. There we go. So we have another 5 volumes that have appeared at the bottom, which is series with unread volumes that I've rated quite highly and I should get on reading. I'm quite happy when some of these series are ones that I've only recently picked the volume up. So Ayakashi's Hunter's Tainted Bride, I only picked up volume 3 in my recent haul. So that is in this stack here to the side of stuff for me to read. So I'm mostly up to date with that one. I'll leave it like that. This is what I'm tackling. I'm going to leave Great Teacher Onizuka. I'm not going to read that one yet, but that one's slightly purposeful because it is out of print and I am still missing volumes for it to be complete. And I loved volume 1 so much. I'm kind of huffing the copium that Kadensha's going to do what it's been doing with a load of series and either do a print on demand or a collector's version. I think it's the way I'm going to go because I'm not paying. I'm only missing like 3 or so volumes, maybe 4 volumes to be complete on the series. And I would like to read the singles. Singles would be my preference. I think I'm going to hold off and hope because I'll get annoyed to get to volume 20, I think is the next one I need. And then be stuck. I mean, it's still a lot of volumes I can read. I'm just being stroppy. Yeah, this is my current hit list. When I've gotten through my Steamship, my Yen Press, and then Semantic Error and Perfect Buddy for Kicks, I'm going to come back to this, and I'll probably start with series like This Grace Noble Lady, Grand Blue Dreaming, Cat Gamer, but also God Bless the Mistaken because that is complete at 4 volumes, and I just really loved volume 1. That's why I've rated it quite highly. So that's probably going to be one I'd like to try and read quickish because it's complete at 4. Now, I do feel like sometimes I'm biased towards the first volume I read, so I was kind of tempted on these to try and filter out, like, don't include it if I've read just 1 volume, because especially on here, a lot of the shonen top-rated stuff are one-shots. I mean, there's 3 Legend of Zeldas, there's Fairy Tail Zero and Dr. Stone Reboot. They're probably all series. I think I've rated all of them like 10 out of 10 because they were just absolute bangers. But it ends up being quite skewed, and I'm sometimes more interested in what my thoughts on my top-rated ongoing longer series are. I don't mind if it's like 5 volumes long, so like Astro Lost in Space being in there. Yep, still absolutely good. Curl We Can't Communicate is a bit biased because I rate every volume a 10 out of 10 because I love that series. But I think I might have a go at filtering them. Like, and Great Teacher Onizuka, I've only read 1 volume of that, so I might go and faff with the formula to exclude anything where I've only read 1 volume. And that shouldn't be too hard considering I'm doing this filter here, and what I could just do is filter or exclude anything where the read count ends up being 1, basically. Actually, I might have to do a bit more faff because I don't track that in the manga sheet. I track that in the volume sheet. Oh, it's just like another challenge, I guess. Let's go have a look at some statistics on my stats tab. Oh, look at this. So this is something I added. There was some really fun maths as well, fun formulas. So what these are tracking, so every statistic I'm tracking has two tables. So we have the first table where, like, say for example on this one, demographic, I'm tracking how many series have that demographic. That's quite simple. How many series do I own that are shonen? But then in this column, in this table, I'm tracking how many volumes I have that are shonen. So 642 series, but 4,656 volumes. So the difference is, say, on the series table, One Piece will count as one, and on the volume table, One Piece will count as 100 and whatever. And that's what that is. And then this column is how many have I read? Because I enjoy paying, and look at those bars. Are they not beautiful? So what I am doing is I am filtering down and I'm comparing information between my series sheet and my volume sheet to work out how much I have read of a particular something, and then I put this over this and end up with a nice bar here. So shonen, I've read about 31% of my shonen. But then the ones I've like really been aiming for this year is my steamship and my eyes press. My steamship, I'm usually at like 100% read. I think the last time I shared and talked about it, I was at like 96% read. I had one unread volume. And then I did this order and got like 11 volumes of steamship. So that's why I'm now currently behind, and that is my current tackle. And then eyes press, I did a massive read of that, and I'm trying my best to get that as close to 100% as well. The main series I've still got to read from that are Jungle Juice, World of the Fall, and The Boxer. But otherwise, I'm trying to stay up to date with reading what I pick up from Eyes Press and Steamship. They're like my number ones. And then I'm trying to set myself more mini goals to get some of these numbers to a certain point, because they're quite dire and bad, and I want to make them better. But I'm going to be doing a similar thing by letter as well, for funsies. What is my read percentage on each letter? And I'll do the same with categories as well. What is my read percentage by category? And then see what all those stats look like for me. Actually, I think I was like, oh, maybe I have enough to do a whole other video on all. I mean, that's mostly it, to be fair. Those are mostly the things I've added to my spreadsheet. If anyone ever wants to talk spreadsheets with me, again, if you haven't already, I'm sure most of you have, do join the Dudette Discord server. There is a channel just for spreadsheets and people sharing spreadsheets, and it's so nice to see how different people do things with their spreadsheets, because it gives you ideas on what to do with your spreadsheet. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. I love my tables. I love my bar charts. And then, yeah, some of this isn't accurate because I've just not gotten around to marking some of these yet. I don't have many of these, I don't think. Though I think the lower of those will be manhwa, I think. I'd have to check. But also sometimes I feel like, what was I going to say? There are more series that are one of these than I realise, and sometimes I think when I use manga updates to put stuff in my spreadsheet, like how many volumes are there out in origin country, every now and again it'd be like, oh, that one is not from Japan, that sort of information is, how do I backtrack that information back into my spreadsheet? I don't know. I don't know if I can. Hey ho. But it's still nice, and having all of this has absolutely helped me read more this year. I've read way more this year than I've done in ages. I mean, here, 2024, I read 340 volumes. This year, I'm on 392. We're only in August, and I've already surpassed how much I read last year. I think it's more a reflection of how bad last year I was at reading and just didn't do good. But this year, I'm doing so much better. So much better. Also, look how many volume 1s I've read. That means the tier list video is going to be quite aggressive this year. I think I'll probably do two videos. I'll still do the tier list video. I really like doing the tier list videos, but I'll probably also do a separate, just like top 10 reads as well. I'll do a top 10 reads and I'll do a tier list for everything. I have done like my bottom 10 reads before, but I don't know, currently I'm feeling more in a positive mood, and I'm not currently as interested in doing a negative video. I might change by Christmas time, but I might just leave my negativity for the tier list video where I don't have too long to be negative. But that video is probably going to be quite long, considering how many I'm currently at. Though the reading is slow at the moment. The reading is slow at the moment because I've been busy. But I can just always endeavour to try and do a little better and read a bit more. Yeah. You didn't know there's a spreadsheet chat? It is in one of the forums. It's not a top level chat. And the same goes for anyone else in the server as well. There is a lot of living chats in the question of the day and the off-topic forum threads. There is a bunch in there. There's like one on Potmart, there's one on like being a serious adult and asking adulting questions. There's a manicures one, people showing off their nails. Mine are really grown out and long, and I need to redo them. And if I have time, I'll try and do them before the weekend. Ooh. I can make these last like 6 weeks. 6-ish weeks or so. It's more like I just get annoyed at them being too long. It's usually what ends up me giving in before they come off, usually. I have kept all 10, quite pleased. But yeah, there's loads of different channels under Question of the Day and off-topic forums, and I highly recommend go in and take a look at what's in there, even if even if one hasn't been as active in a while. Sometimes just chatting in there and people will come along and chat with you as well. It's been really nice, and some of them have ended up spawning bigger channels. If I have set criteria, there is like defined criteria on how used does a thread need to be before I'll consider making it a top level channel, and there have been a few that have escaped. We have a clamp channel, though a big part of that has been led by Liddy and her love, and there is a lot of clamp love in the server, to be fair, and the sci-fi channel. Though I think as well, we had a lot of people joining the server asking questions about sci-fi and putting them in random channels, so it made it a bit easier to put them in one place. And we also have staff from sci-fi who will answer questions, so we'll take that, I guess. Yeah, that's it's been. Let's jump back. Hello, hi, it's my face again. And now I've moved the spreadsheet and now I'm in shadow again. But it has been a couple hours of yapping, and I did talk about Spreadsheet. I did not do anywhere near the amount of Spreadsheet stuff I intended on doing, because like I have a bunch of this stuff here that needs to go into the spreadsheet, and I was like, maybe we can do some of this together. But I've yapped for so long. It's been a couple hours, and I am really tired and have more work to do. So I am probably going to call it here, but I do really appreciate everyone who came along and chatted. It was so much fun just chilling and chatting with everyone for ages, and I hope to try and do them a little bit more regularly than I have been, which is I haven't been doing them particularly regularly at all. It's been, yeah, it was November when I did my last one. 9 months. 9 months. I will probably do another buy with me stream at some point. I am currently doing one sci-fi order a month, but I'll probably do a sci-fi buying stream at some point. If not next month, then the month after. I'd like to try and do some more like different fun live stream stuff, but it's currently right now, like I already moved this one, and I feel bad putting a day in and then moving it, so I want to be just in a point where I can be really certain that I have put this in and I am going to do something on this day, and I'll be able to definitely do it. So I'll just hold off a little bit for now. But last year I managed to try and do one a month or so, so I'm not sure I'm going to quite rush to go straight back to doing that again, but 9 months was a long time. I know I've done a few Twitch streams as well. Yeah. It's just been nice. It's nice to chat. And that, yeah. So thank you all for coming along. Join the Discord server if you haven't already. Yeah. If you want to have fun with the Cake Tins emotes, if you remember, there are Cake Tins emotes when we live stream. So that is like another reason I should live stream more, so you can play with all the emotes and all that. And then you also get early access to videos. And if there are some members only videos. But yeah, I'm really bad at yapping, so I just keep not wrapping a live stream. Thank you all for keeping me company. Join the Discord server, and I'll probably see you over there in like 30 seconds time anyway. But I'm gonna go get a drink as well. Have a best evening, day, wherever time zone you're in. Bye bye!